Hey, what's going on guys? JayzTwoCents here, and we're gonna have a little fun today with this video. We're gonna go ahead and play a game, and in fact, you guys get to be interactive with this game, especially when it comes to the comments. Now here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna play word association, and I'm gonna say a word, and I want you guys to type the first thing that comes into your mind down in the comments section, okay? And that word today being Bitfenix. The first thing that comes to mind for me when I say Bitfenix is, I think, cases. I mean, Bitfenix kind of debuted with the Prodigy, which was a mini ITX case, and then they did a micro ATX version of it, and they have come up with some very fantastic looking designs and very popular designs when it comes to cases. Now they've got a whole range of products, and they are now entering the power supply game here with the brand new Bitfenix Fury line of power supplies.
The Fractal Design R5 is so amazing, it fits all kinds of cool hardware in there. Water cooling, air cooling, and on top of that, it's silent. And it's awesome, like explosions. Or like really quiet explosions.
Let's just go ahead and be brutally honest here. Power supplies are not something that really are all that glamorous, you know. They're not even that fun to review, to be honest, and I'm sure when it comes to shopping for them, they're not even any more fun when it comes to shopping for either. They don't get any of the glory, yet they have all of the stress of your system put on them. I mean, really, they're kind of like, I've said this before, linemen in a football game. If something goes wrong, the lineman's definitely to blame. But when things go right, the linemen are very rarely ever thanked. Well, the power supply is a lot like that when it comes to your system. It has to deal with everything in your system. Everything goes through the power supply when it comes to stability. And trust me, you don't want to cheap out on a power supply when it comes to your system. Otherwise, you'll be buying a new system. So Bitfenix is stepping into the power supply game here with their Fury line of power supplies, and they've got 3 different flavors. They've got a 550, a 650, and a 750 watt variant. But what makes their power supplies unique and what really shows that they're coming out swinging is the fact that they are doing it with all individually sleeved cable sets included with their power supplies. Now, the sleeving that they use on here, they're calling their nano sleeve braided cables. Really, it's more like a soft, sort of like a paracord. If you guys have ever used their Alchemy extensions, it's the same thing as that, but it's just built into the entire power supply. Now, before we open it up and take a look at it, let's just go ahead and do a couple of spec things on here. It is 80 plus gold. Now that's kind of becoming like the new 80 plus bronze, especially now that we have platinum and titanium rated power supplies out there. 80 plus gold means that you're going to be getting at least 87% efficiency or higher when it comes to the efficiency of the power supply. Has a 5-year warranty on there, which is good, and it's got a lot of other things going on for it, like a 135 millimeter fan, keeping things very cool. It's got Intel Haswell C6, C7 power state ready for a lot of the low power states that are available in Haswell. Processors, the nano sleeve I've already mentioned, active power factor correction, which is going to be, at least they're advertising, giving an extremely clean power delivery to your components. Now, I can't test that. I do not have, 1, the equipment, or 2, the certification to do that. It takes a lot of special equipment and talent to be able to actually do full power supply testing. That's why guys like Johnny Guru are very, very well known for that. And last but not least, when it comes to power delivery, we are looking at the 650 watt version here, and it is a single 12 volt rail capable of 50 amps on the 12 volt rail. All right, let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look. The packaging is very, very nice, and once again, with enough soft foam to actually get Linus, well, not soft if you know what I'm saying. So immediately we can see we have got a very aggressive looking power supply on here. In fact, it's very, very nice looking. It's got a very nice fan, very Phoenixy looking design on there. It very well matches their logo that they're very well known for. And I've said very well, like very well many times. I don't know why I'm doing that. So here you can see the individually sleeved cords. Again, they feel just like the Bitfenix Alchemy extensions, as they should. They're using the same stuff. But you can see it is individually sleeved coming out of the power supply. That's nice to see for a semi-modular power supply. Often the semi-modulars will have like black cables for all of the accessories and PCI Express, but then it will have some ugly see-through rainbow colored cables coming out of the non-modular port. So that's nice to see. Now the only non-modular cable on here is the 24 pin. The CPU, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 plus 2 pin VGA or PCI Express power cables, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peripheral modular cables on there. Now obviously when it comes to the modularity, here they all are right here. Once again, even the SATAs and everything is completely individually sleeved, and that is fantastic to see. It even includes a floppy drive to 4-pin Molex adapter. That's kind of cute. I don't know, maybe some people still run a floppy drive. I don't know, I guess there are some devices that use floppy, but whatever. And then here's your PCI Express cables right there. Now let's go ahead and talk real quick about the difference between the 550, 650, and 750. Now the 550 version does again have a 12-volt rail, a single 12-volt rail delivering 42 amps on that rail. The 650 delivers 50 amps on that rail, and the 750 delivers 60 amps on that rail. So if you want to know if you have enough power output on this to run all of your accessories or multiple graphics cards, there you go. You can figure it out based on that. Now the 550 has a red line, the 650 has a blue line, and the 750 has a yellow line. I do kind of wish that Bitfenix would more standardize this, maybe just with a black or a gray, because then it would aesthetically match many more builds. Now, if you were doing a red system, say an AMD or an ROG themed system, then this blue is going to look out of place, especially if your window shows the power supply like many new cases are doing, like the 780T from Corsair, which has a full side panel window. The entire thing is a window, so this would show, and then that blue would definitely not match. Now that does seem a little bit trivial, but when you're going as far as to do custom braided, single braided sleeving like this, then this shouldn't be an oversight as far as I'm concerned. Now you could flip it over, but then you're going to be looking at your spec sheet there and bringing in through the air through the top of, and then out the back, you know, bringing in air from the main part of your case. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people want them upside down, especially if you're doing water cooling. If there's some sort of a drip, having the fan face down, it's going to give you a little bit of protection for the power supply so something doesn't accidentally drip inside there. Don't ask me why I know so much about drips near power supplies. And Skunkworks has a leak. Now we are going to be putting this thing to the test in a future build. This is actually going to be powering the AMD build that I've been teasing for God knows how long, which we'll be doing very, very soon. But this is going to be powering the AMD system, which I have teased. I think it looks fantastic. I think if they made a label change and got rid of the red, blue, and yellow coloring, yeah, I'm actually saying don't even put yellow, even though it would look great in Skunkworks. Now it might seem extremely trivial to be like, hey, don't put colored icons on the... Now it might seem extremely trivial to be saying something along the lines of don't put color on your label like that, but I do think when you go as far as to sleeve cables like this, standardizing the label to a more monochrome color that's going to match any build aesthetic is a smart move, and you might actually find yourself with more customers that way. There you go, guys, the new Fury line of power supplies from Bitfenix. We got more stuff from Bitfenix we'll be taking a look at here in the future, including the new Aegis case. I had initially planned on putting the AMD build in that case, but then I realized, like the dork that I am, that it's actually a micro ATX case, and I'm going to be using a full ATX motherboard. So I guess we'll probably end up using the Define R5 for that build, but either way, it's going to look pretty badass. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit me up on social media if you guys have any questions, just want to chat. I like chatting and interacting with the audience. That definitely is a way to pass time throughout the day when, I don't know, when I'm doing poop naps like Barnacles or whatever. I tend to not fall asleep on the toilet though, like poop nap would basically indicate, because then my butt goes numb and that's never fun. Then I get up and I walk funny. Although I walk kind of funny anyway. So that's it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and get the heck on out of here. Thanks for watching my first look here at the Bitfenix Fury power supply. And as always, thanks for watching. I might have a slight addiction to graphics cards.